Now we're going to set up the Edit Task View Controller. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a property in our header file here. And what this is going to allow us to do is to pass the task object that CC Detail Task View Controller has that was given to it by CC View Controller so that we can display this information in our Edit Task View Controller and kind of preset up some of the fields for our text field, our text view, and our date picker. So let's go ahead and make this strong and non-atomic. And what class should this be? Well, we're going to pass a CC task object. Specifically, we're going to set the property of CC edit task view controller in the prepare for segue method in the detail task view controller. So what we should do is import our CC task, and now we can go ahead and use the class CC task. And we're going to be able to give it a property name of task, or variable name of task here. So now we can go into the viewDidLoad method in CC edit task view controller.m, and we'll scroll down to viewDidLoad, and we can set up our Iboutlet properties. So we can say self.textField.text is equal to, where are we getting this information? Oh, we can get it from our task. So we're going to say self.task.title. And the same way, we're also going to set up our text view. So we can say self.textView.text is equal to self.task.description. And we also want to set up our date picker. So we're going to say self.datePicker.date is equal to self.task.date. So now that we've set this all up, we actually need to present this view controller on the screen. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to go to CC Detail Task View Controller.m, and we're going to find the method named Edit Bar Button Item Pressed, and we can fill this in. And what we're going to do is we're going to call this segue programmatically. So we're going to say self perform segue with identifier, and we're going to use the identifier to edit task view controller segue, and its sender will be nil. We don't need to pass a sender in. Next, we need to implement the method named prepare for segue. So let's start typing prepare for segue after a subtraction sign here, and we can go ahead and add our curly braces. And what do we do in prepare for segue? Well, the first thing we do is we test if the destination view controller is the correct class. But the problem here is we haven't imported our class yet. So let's go into CC Detail Task View Controller.h, and let's import CC edit task view controller.h. And the reason we're going to do this in our .h file instead of our .m file is we're going to be creating a delegate shortly in our CC edit task view controller. So we're going to want to conform to that protocol here, and it's going to be useful to import in our .h file. So let's go back to our .m file. And let's type in if segue.destinationViewController is kind of class, and let's say that it's CC edit task view controller class. Well, what should we do? We're going to say CC edit task view controller edit task view controller is equal to segue.destinationViewController. And now that we have a variable of type edit task view controller, we're going to be able to say edit task view controller.task is equal to my self.task, right? The task that I set up for my detailed task view controller, which was passed to me from the CC view controller. So let's go ahead and make sure that all our updates work properly. So we go ahead and run our application. And we can go ahead and press on the info button here to get to our details. And then let's press edit, and we see that it's also pre-populating our date and our date picker, description, and the item in our task text field.